Yeah, I already heard quite a bit about this episode before I even started watching it, that this one was going to be rough. Like, first things I heard was that, A, the quality of this episode, like, animation, like, most of the just stills and all that, was not great. Like, art was really wonky. Pacing was fucking... We're back to, like, first 13 episodes of just let's drag this on, and yeah, there's no real way to defend this episode. I did not like this episode at all one bit. Like, even in the manga, this was like, I remember going into this chapter and I was like, alright, this was a pretty slow chapter for the most part, but we got what we needed to do, and it was setting up a whole big thing for next week. It was like, who is the traitor among, like, you know, all the people? And it serves as like an introduction to some of the other captains that we haven't had time to like spend, mainly with the Purple Orca, like, captain, and then you get to see a little bit more of some of the others that we haven't seen, like, I believe the Azure Deer, like, Ratherley, I believe his name is, like, and then also as well, we get to see, like, the pink, the sleeping girl who's just, Shriek from, like, Berserk, but she just doesn't talk at all. There's no real way to, like, really nicely say it. I hate this episode. It's to start to finish. I like, for 20 minutes, I was really not entertained. Like, mainly, I think the biggest issue is, like, why are we going back to dragging out these especially a chapter like this, where it's like, we really need to progress the story, or at least just go further up, like, going on there. Like, clearly, like, with the preview, it's like, we can see that they are doing the stuff that we want to see. They are finally going into, like, the water temple, like, arc that it was clearly shown in the preview, but it's clearly showed that they were not a lot of animators was put on this episode, and this was a really slapdash, like, episode for the most part, because even at the start of the episode you see a really fucking rough looking Aster. There are parts where they look fucking wonky as shit. A lot of the times with the faces, it's like, and even as well, there was nothing in this episode, like, animation wise either, that was like really anything special. It was either people sitting down talking when they looked kind of on model, but a lot of it was like some really off model, just bad looking shit throughout the entirety episode. And a good chunk of the episode was dedicated to Asters waking up. He's recovered, which was happening in the manga. He got waken up by Marx, who was like, I need you to come here so we can find out information on, like, you know, the white on, like, our bad guys here. We need to find out the White Knight Eyes. Like, quick, help us with, like, the Midnight Sun. Do this now. And he's like, sure, I'm on it. You're woken up. Instead, this one is like, oh, Aster's waking up. Let's spend this time with, you know, Klaus, with Mimosa, and have a little goofy hijinks, and then a little bit with Rebecca, but oh, back to the Black Bulls, let's have an eating contest. Like, there was so little to generally talk about this episode, apart from Aster and gang fuck around for about 30 minutes, and then it's the slowest paced chapter of, like, here, like, let's go down here, and, like, we need Aster to go down, meet up with, like, Julius. They need him to use his blade to, like, reactivate, like, on the Eye of the Midnight Sun members that they did capture, because there's something clearly blocking them. They're like, we can do this, we can get information, and apparently there's a traitor among, like, one of the captains. The captains have their own meeting. Turns out, Fagolion isn't back in action. Like, there's small little things that we already knew. Like we knew that Fagolion, like, clearly from, like, the stuff that we've been seeing, that he isn't back in action yet. We saw a tiny bit of the Azure Deer captain, and we saw, like, a glimpse of the Purple Orca one, who just looks like a fucking fat Mayuri. That's just how it is. He just looks like fucking, like, Mayuri after Bleach just put a couple of fucking pounds on. That's just how he looks. Like, and that's the thing, again, like, as I always say, the anime does not help with some of these characters, because they just make them sound more like assholes or more annoying. But, like, I felt like even as well the jokes this episode really fell fucking flat for me. Like, I felt it was like, oh, that's whole Ralphie thing. Oh, that was in the manga. Oh, I hate that as well. Like, oh, I didn't like that part. Same thing with, like, the whole Yami bit. I'm like Yami's, like, the only bit where it's like, I feel like he saves a lot of it. Like, I generally think the actor does the best he can with some of the material, so that helps. Like, the best part I felt was, like, the cute little moment between Charlotte and Yami. I felt that was like, that's a nice little moment. That was, like, the closest thing that got to me, like, a smirk here and there, and, like, maybe one moment and all that with, like, the Black Bulls and the eating cup, but a lot of it felt really fucking dry. It felt like a lot of dry content that just did not work, and it was just like the entire runtime. And when they were like still arguing, and I looked, and it was 20 minutes on the fucking thing. I'm like, are you serious? Are we fucking ending it here? Like, and it's like, hey guys, let's leave off on the stinger where it's like we bring all the captains downstairs, had this little meeting, and it's like, one of you is a traitor. No shit, they've been fucking arguing who it is. Like they're putting fingers on like William at the moment, because it's like, where was William during the attack and everything? Where was he during like the award ceremony? Like, and even Yami's like, well, he doesn't use light magic, so I guess even in the fucking in the manga, I was like, that doesn't, just because he doesn't use that kind of magic doesn't mean that he isn't fucking working for them. Like, that, the way how they're like hinting it, especially, I'd also, there's more, I could, like, the thing is, I have to get into manga spoilers to mention some little conversation, what they kind of meant between that, but I'm not going to, because I still know there are anime-only watchers out there, but like, Yami's trying to make some insinuations and all that, but he's like, and Ethan as well in the Elite fight, that he was like, wait, why does this sound familiar? And then Ethan as well, he's kind of insinuating that it's like, wait, are you fucking Elite? Like, because he's saying like, oh, like with the light magic and everything, it's like, what? No, but that's not your magic though. So like, that's what he's insinuating for the most part with him. So whether or not that goes anywhere or not and all that, that's for people to decide, and up to the manga, because in the manga it's already been revealed who the fuck it is, and if you want to find out who it is, then you read the manga. But like, yeah, no, the episode literally ends with like, who's the traitor? Like, who's the traitor? And of course they don't show any of it in the preview, although the one bit that gives me fucking hope, and I really hope that's not the last little bit of the episode for next week, which it probably fucking is we get to see a girl in at Seashore, which is, people know who that character is. It's a important character for the next arc, for like the Water Temple arc. So yeah, we're there. But yeah, there's generally nothing to say about this week's episode. It was not good. It was off model. It really wasn't funny when it's trying to be, and I think I'm more upset because it was like, Black Clover's been falling back into that slump again recently with me, where it's like, they're really trying to drag out some of these fucking episodes, and it's like, no, we want to end it here, and I'm like, you can fucking end it there. It's just the stuff that they decide to extend scenes on are not the ones I want to be seeing, and not ones that could either help like flush out. With all the filler that we've had, we could have really flushed out and like, you know, helped like flesh out some of these characters. I feel like this could have given them some more screen time to say like, the characters that we're not really going to be seeing in this like, we're not going to see a lot of Gordon, we're not going to be seeing a lot of like Charmy in this in this adaptation. Like, it could have helped with some of these characters on there, and it's like, or even some nice little moments with Noelle, or have like 1 or 2 moments with like Aster and Noelle, or Mimo. Like, it could have maybe given us some stuff. And I know they're restricted because it's like, oh, maybe they want to do that in the manga, and it's like, honestly, it's just like, I would do some of that stuff and all that. It's just like, you just go back and ask like Tabata, where it's like, hey, can we do this with this character? Where exactly do you want to take them? Do you want to have just a nice little episode about that? Like, just something. Generally, I would rather have a full filler episode than a fucking half one. Like, it always pissed me off with Bleach doing that as well, where it was like, let's just have like half an episode worth of fucking filler. Like, it's the same shit I give the One Piece anime as well, where One Piece's pacing is fucking killing it for me, but it makes up with it because, you know, One Piece is, you know, is a good series and all that, and Black Clover already having that fucking issue already out the door when the manga came out, it's not helping with this pacing either. You can't One Piece Black Clover. If anything, you need to Bleach it, where you just go in the pay, and it's from the same fucking studio, so like, I can see what people mean by the period thing, because I tell you what, it fucking gets to me sometimes as well, where it's like, these guys can do some fucking gold sometimes with some of this, with some episodes and some parts of the series, and it's like, but then you get episodes like this, and it's like, man, why can't we just have like 24 episodes, boom, done, like, just do the fucking academia thing at this point, like, And yeah, I know this. I am looking forward to like the next couple of episodes, but fuck, this one really ticked me off this week, guys. So I'm just being honest. So let me know you guys think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.